Yeah, but like, bro, it's like, you know what's crazy? Because like last week was the same thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like,
But we made it work.
yeah,
That's the thing. Like, you got to be an impromptu guy.
that's you. All
Impromptu. Bro, because I'm telling
and
you.
Michael Scott.
Who?
Michael Scott.
Michael Scott, the funniest man alive. Said so in his plaque. No, like, honestly, like, the issue with me is things don't ever work out the way that they're supposed to. But then again, in life, they rarely ever do.
Mm-hmm.
So, but with me, I always get hit with scenarios where I'm like, oh, well, this thing didn't work, so now I got to figure it another way.
Yeah.
This thing didn't work, so now I got to figure. It's constantly. It's always like that.
You do it fast. Some people, like for me, like that will take me a little bit to grasp.
Yeah.
But to you, bro, it's like it comes to you like crazy.
Well, it's because like if you keep getting shafted in life, you
Shafted?
Yeah. A big veiny shaft.
Okay.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the LeisureHub Podcast. We are your pod boys in a pea pod, Justin and
we're in the building. This is Pedro. Good to see you again. Good to have you here.
It's been a minute.
To you some good content. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's been a minute, and I can actually say that this time in a podcast episode and say we haven't really recorded an episode in quite some time.
Yeah, because we had the collab.
Yeah, we had a collab with Derek, Avatar Slang. So if you haven't watched that episode, go follow him on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. He's on there. Really, really good. Go listen to our episode and go listen to all his other episodes as well.
Yeah,
really,
cool
really
stuff.
Yeah, super informative. Like he knows his stuff. Like when it comes to comic books, he knows his stuff when it comes to TV, movies. Like he's really, really into the Marvel universe and into the X-Men too. Wouldn't you say so, Pedro?
Oh, I would say so. It's interesting, to see other people's perspectives, especially Derek's.
Not really.
No? You saying what?
No.
Nah.
I hate perspectives.
I hate my own perspective. What is life?
What is life? What is life?
Baby, don't hurt me. Oh, that was What is Love.
What is love? That's a good song, though. It's an iconic song. What you say?
Is that by Eminem?
No.
No?
No.
You're joking.
No, it's not by Eminem.
No?
No. If it is that your final thing?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
I'm going to say Eminem. He obviously doesn't sing that. Well, I don't know. But like, I know it has to be an Eminem song. I think it is.
Like the OG What Is Love, right? You're talking about the OG one. What is love?
Yeah, I might be wrong.
1993.
You
Hadaway.
You see,
What
I
is
didn't
love?
know that. I didn't know that.
Hadaway. There you go. And that's your little music trivia. But speaking of music, speaking of music, you see, you like that? We come back, we come hard, we come fast.
What happened, bro? Why
finding
did you stop?
music that vibes with your gaming session. I know all you little scoundrels out there, all you little squirrels, you furries are out there looking for music to listen to while you game for your little gaming sessions. And let me tell you, Justin and Pedro, the pod boys on the LeisureHub Podcast, are the boys to give you what you need.
Oh, we're going to explore it.
Explore what?
We're going to explore music and games.
Or we can explore each other.
Damn, man. What's going on today? What's going on? You good?
I'm just excited to get back on the podcast.
That's what's up.
I feel like I'm at home. Maybe I try a little too hard when I'm
You are home.
Yeah. Maybe I try a little too hard on the podcast. Based on what your wife was saying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nah.
Maybe I try a little too hard. But like I feel like when the attention's on me, I feel like I just turn into a character. Not
Bro, you are a character.
like in a good way, right?
In a good way.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna imply that I was a bad character, but
I mean, if you're a bad character, you're still a character.
True facts. But yeah, we want to go back to finding music because everybody, I mean, you listen to a lot of music when you game, right?
Yeah. I mean,
you're like, not recently.
Yeah.
But...
I mean, I have a lot to say behind that, but I'm gonna,
okay.
I'm gonna let you.
I mean, you can say whatever you want.
No, I'm saying, I mean, yeah, I listen to a lot of music, but it depends on,
see,
gaming and here and there.
See, I think during the PS4 era, I was, when they added Spotify to the PlayStation 4 interface, I was like, this is groundbreaking. You remember that, right?
Yes.
I was like, this is groundbreaking because now I can listen to music and play games at the same time.
Yeah.
But, and I did that for a little bit, but I don't really listen to music while I'm gaming all that much anymore because I actually like to be
immersed
in the game, especially if I'm playing a solo game, right? And sometimes I like to hear the soundtracks that are in the actual game because like the creative or artistic prowess that a lot of the people who are making the music soundtracks for video games, like I feel like they go unnoticed. Like for a lot of 8-bit indie games, the music tracks or soundtracks for them are phenomenal.
Right.
Death Stranding, really good game. Well, I mean, not really good game, but really good soundtracks in the game. It may be a little boring, but the soundtracks are like they hit. I see.
Yeah, and they're more designed or I guess played in a way to go with like the game itself.
Exactly.
For example, like when you're playing Dark Souls or something, you got the voices in the background.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
the music that comes on when you fight a boss.
Yeah. Yeah. It's different. It's like, it's like, yeah, this shit is epic,
it's like,
bro.
Especially when it's like a hard ass boss and it throws the music on, and you're like, your hands start sweating, you grip your controller a little bit harder.
Yeah. And go ahead.
That's it. No, I'm serious. That's it.
All right. But like,
just stop what I'm talking about every time.
Elden Ring, Dark Souls, Bloodborne. You know how you have to be focused and like your head has to be in the game, but at the same time, I love it, but I hate it at the same time because I feel like I want to contemplate what's going on. Like in the middle of a boss fight is so hectic.
Yeah.
It's so there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
But at the same time you want to admire it all.
Yeah.
But then you have to be focused on the boss fight as well.
Yeah.
And then once you beat that boss fight, and it's like, that's it.
Yeah. Because the music kind of fades.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just like this, like you feel, at least with Dark Souls, like specifically, or like Elden Ring, like the climax of it kind of just fades. It's like, it's a nice little score, I'll say that because they use more instrumentals than actual like singing, I guess, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's most games, but like I said, like Death Stranding uses actual soundtracks. Now, are you the type of person to like you hear a song in a game like that's a part of the game soundtrack and you go to find it on Spotify or Apple Music and then you listen to it? Do you do that ever?
I used to be that guy.
Yeah.
But then
what happened to that guy?
Huh?
What happened to that guy? Did that guy just die?
That's funny. No, not that guy, that kid. It's like I feel like my first experience with music itself was video games. Like my introduction to like the music world was kind of video games because I grew up, I started playing video games and all I had to know about music was in the video games. Like for example, Sonic Heroes. It's funny that we were talking about that same game like what?
Yeah, because
episodes ago.
Dude, folks, that's the only game that Pedro knows is
Sonic Heroes. That's it.
Yeah.
But I used to go into the soundtrack tab and just like listen to that. That would be my playlist. Like I would listen to that.
I feel like they don't there's only a handful of games that let you listen to their soundtrack in the actual game. I feel like most games don't do that anymore.
No, I know. And when they do, it feels like a little touch. It's like a cherry on top. Like, hey, here's the soundtrack.
Like Super Smash Brothers, Melee, Brawl, what's I'm forgetting like the latest one. I even have it.
Ultimate?
Yeah, Ultimate. They all have portions like when you go to select the stage, you can select the song that you want to play too from like the actual stage.
See, I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
I don't play that much.
Yeah.
Like Super Smash, but I think that's a really cool option.
Yeah, I haven't played Smash in a while, but I have smashed. But like you, see, I'm bringing the funnies today. I mean, if you guys laugh, then that's great. But if not, you should probably try listening to it again, and then you'll probably laugh the second time.
Yeah, just go back.
Yeah. What's your favorite genre of music in general?
In general,
one genre.
Oh,
you can't.
No,
yeah. You have to.
I can't choose.
You have to. The people want to know.
Music.
Favorite genre. I have two, but I'll only pick one.
I can't pick, bro.
You have to.
I can't.
Okay.
I love music.
I know. I love music too. You and I talk about music all the time. But what is your favorite genre? You got to pick one.
I don't want to pick one.
You have to.
Country. You said pick one.
I respect your opinion.
Okay.
To be wrong. So, but my favorite. No, I'm kidding. My favorite genre. Now I see your dilemma, but
exactly.
Yeah. I'll just say rap.
Right now.
Rap.
What you listen to right now?
Rap.
Okay. What am I listening to right now? Salsa.
Rap / hip hop, right? So, but if I could pick the one that goes hand in hand with that, it's indie. That's my second one. I'm either listening to rap or indie. And then my third one would probably be, I haven't listened to too much of it lately, but Latin music of any kind. Salsa, rap, hip hop.
Yeah.
But that's usually like the only genre. R&B is up there, but like if I had to give a top 5, like R&B is in that top 5, depending on the artist. For sure.
R&B is good.
Yeah. But that brings us into our first point, right? Genres to listen to while you're gaming.
I was just about to ask you, do you listen? Anyways.
Do I listen to what?
Like, do you listen to hip hop and indie while you're gaming?
Well, like I said earlier, I don't really listen to music much anymore while I'm playing games. But I guess for me, like I'm usually kind of looking for like a chill vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I'm playing like a solo adventure game, I guess it would have to be something that I'm not really paying attention to. Because like if it's a story game, like if I'm playing God of War for the first time, I don't want to be listening to music because I want to be listening to...
You better be immersed in the story.
Yeah, the dialogue, the characters interacting with each other, stuff like that. Because then you got to go in the settings and you got to turn it off and blah, blah, blah.
I got you with a game.
You got me with a game?
That I'm pretty sure 90% of people would agree with me that this is the game you listen to music while playing.
Well, hang on to your horses.
No. I got to say this right now. So now hang on. Horses. Stop.
What are some genres that you can listen to while you're playing gaming? Or like the top genres that you can think of are like the most common ones to play or to listen to while you're gaming?
I'm going to assume there's some EDM.
Yeah, I can see that.
Hip hop, rap, rock, definitely.
Yeah.
I wouldn't see any like country music. You know, I wouldn't find myself listening to country music while playing. You know, unless I really want to listen to country music.
Yeah.
But most of the time when I'm playing games, if I listen to music, it's to enhance the gameplay, not because I just want to listen to music.
Right, but I feel like if you're listening to that, you're probably playing a game that doesn't require too much attention to the story. True. That, at least for me, I mean, bless whoever listens to music while trying to play a story-oriented game. Like, I feel like indie games are like that too. You know, you can I will say indie games usually have a lot of better soundtracks than most like AAA solo adventures. And I mean that when I say better, I don't necessarily mean better in the sense of creative, but like fun to listen to. Like I would go out of my way to find that on Spotify and listen to that. Like I feel like the most common genres to listen to while you're playing games, like I mean I pretty much agree with you, like rock, rap, hip hop.
Yeah.
Like R&B is kind of chill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. EDM, like electro, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I feel like, I feel like people listen to that a lot, like just like EDM, and just like because it's like it kind of like amps you up a little bit.
Yeah.
At least EDM.
Yeah,
You know?
just want to go
Yeah.
pedal to the metal. And you said earlier about story games not being able to listen to music.
Yeah.
You can if you're farming for something. Like if
if it's an open world game.
Yeah,
Yes.
if it's an open world game
Yeah.
and you have to farm for something,
Mm-hmm.
that's a great time to fire up some music and like chill. You know, like Horizon, like if you play either Zero Dawn or Forbidden West, like you could just like if you want to gather your medicinal berries, I don't know what they're called.
Yeah.
I used to just stack them up while listening to music. Just go back.
Yeah, I guess
killing some machines.
that's a good point. Like if you're grinding for something, like in an open world game or like a farming sim or something like that, and you're just grinding, like, and you're not really focusing on the story, you just slap some music on and you just go at it.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah, I guess I kind of always like orient like music for me is one of those things where I'll listen to it, but I'll listen to it on a car ride or if I'm trying to get work done. Not, I feel like gaming is one of those things for me where I'm already immersed in the game. Yeah, like gaming is not work.
So you like to enjoy music for itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
And besides that, I listen to music way too much, bro. Like at work, music. Although I have split up my time at work. So like, because I was getting burnt out of listening to music, right?
Because I'm talking about this.
Yeah, because I'm literally driving to work, listening to music. I'm going to the office for 8 hours, listening to music.
Yep.
Driving back home, listening to music, and I was getting kind of bored, right? And so like occasionally I would switch between music and podcasts and blah blah blah. Yeah. But I found like a nice little balance. So for the first 4 hours of my day, it's music, like until my lunch. Yeah. On my lunch, I watch like YouTube videos or whatever. Then I come back in. And then the last 4 hours is podcast. So I found a way to split it up that way. I don't get tired of podcasts and I don't get tired of music. So I kind of split it up. And I find new stuff. Like morning time is for me to find new music most of the time.
I'm glad like, you know, podcasts have taken over.
That's true.
You know?
What do you think we did it?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, now it makes me think like, going off of that tangent here.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a tangent now?
Yeah, that's what you call it, right?
Yeah, sure.
So like, if you think back to where people listen to the radio a lot, I mean, people still listen to the radio, but is this the new radio? Like, is this why?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess so. You know, people are interested in just convos in general.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like that's never going to die. It's either you're listening to music or listening to a conversation.
See, the people that have always fascinated me are the people who will participate in a hobby of like listening to a podcast or listening to music, but they're not doing anything. They just sit there and they listen to music and they vibe, or they sit there and they listen to a podcast and they vibe, and they're not watching a podcast, they listen to it. Yeah. Which I always thought that was interesting because I guess I always assumed if you're doing one or the other, you have to be
focused.
Like no, you have to be doing it alongside something else. Because people don't have a lot of time, right? You don't have a lot of time to sit there and listen to an hour-long podcast. You don't have time. I mean,
yeah. Go ahead.
What? Huh? What?
No, I'm saying that's true. But like you be doing other things while.
Yeah. But then how much can you really retain from listening to a podcast and like while you're doing something else, blah, blah, blah. Like I know for me, like the knowledge that I actually retain from like a podcast is very limited. That's why I like more conversational podcasts, is because like I can catch a little bit of like information, but it's mainly just them talking. So I enjoy listening to them laugh or like make comments about this game or this movie or whatever it is. But like, I feel like there's a different genre of music depending on the game that you're playing. So to expand on that, not all music fits with all games and moods. You really have to try to see what works best for you. And sometimes it's as simple as listening to your own playlists. Now, if I was going to listen to music while I was playing games, I wouldn't necessarily look for one specific genre, at least for me.
Like in a playlist.
Yeah, like okay. For example, like if I'm playing an FPS game, right? Yep. I don't need like I feel like if you're playing an FPS game, I feel like rock or EDM is like really good for that.
Yeah.
What about you?
For me?
Yeah, like if you're playing Call of Duty, or if you're playing Apex Legends or the Finals or something like that, it's a shooter. So like if you were listening to music, what genre would you associate an FPS with?
For me personally, if I had to do it as a whole, I would probably be rock.
Yeah.
You know, but go ahead.
No, you go.
But for me personally, I feel like I could do whatever.
Same.
Right?
Like,
but if I had to generalize it, maybe I'm assuming that most people would pick rock.
Yeah, I feel like because FPSs are way more like, I don't want to say they're intense. I mean, they kind of are intense, but like it's your energy has to kind of be high.
Are we biased? Is it because of Doom?
Doom?
Yeah.
Oh, like the hardcore rock?
Yeah, like
no. Because even before I would just associate rock with FPS.
Yeah.
But Doom, have you seen any gameplay for Sonic Frontiers? No. The open world Sonic game that came out last year, 2 years ago?
I mean, I've seen very little.
When you fight a boss, the music that plays, it's more heavy metal. And bro, it's so badass. It makes the boss fight like so much more enjoyable. It's just like it's like you're just, I don't know, it's like not a chill song, but it just amps you up. And that's why I kind of feel like if you're playing a game that requires you to have high energy, like Call of Duty, like the Finals, like Apex Legends, I mean Fortnite, I feel like you can kind of like, it can be intense, but I feel like you can.
Oh dude, but Fortnite has it could be what?
Fortnite can be intense, but it can also be very chill.
And they have that whole Guitar Hero
play
mode. They have that, they have that whole Guitar Hero play mode though, don't they?
Do they?
Yeah,
bro. I'm so out of touch with Fortnite.
Bro,
like
I'm telling you, Fortnite is doing a lot of things.
Yeah,
and like it's like you could buy
two. Huh? Name two things they're doing,
bro. That whole Lego mode that they have.
Not doing Lego mode.
Yeah, they do.
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. The whole Lego thing they have. It's like Roblox, bro. There's different games.
Yeah.
Within Fortnite. I mean, we were talking about this on Derek's podcast, I think.
Fortnite?
Huh?
Fortnite? Or I thought we were talking about Roblox.
No, about how Fortnite is trying to do the same thing.
Oh yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And it's like,
go listen to that.
So much shit.
Dude, there's so much. If you were listening to a solo adventure game, or like if you were playing a solo adventure game, what kind of genre would you listen to then?
In a solo adventure game?
Like Uncharted, Tomb Raider, Indiana Jones, that type of game. Like if you're playing like that type of God of War, solo adventure.
I can't.
No music?
No music.
Why? Why? Is it similar to what I said earlier? Like you kind of just want to be engaged?
Maybe in God of War, maybe.
You think?
Because like God of War has a arcadey, like if you're not doing any story or anything, it has an arcadey feel.
Side quests.
Yeah, and you could just fight enemies that spawn.
Yeah.
And just like use your powers. And they also have like the arena where you could just kill enemies. It's enjoyable because you get to practice your.
That's true.
And that's when you can listen to music.
Right.
But I wouldn't listen to music if I'm going for the story.
Right.
If I'm going for the story.
But you're also grinding. So like that goes back to your point. You know, one game that I like thinking about it now, one game that would be really, really fun to listen to music and just vibe with, Dead Island 2. All
right. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because I mean, like, I won't say you're doing side quests because you are doing main missions, but there's a lot of side quests in this open world and you're just killing zombies. That's the game where you would listen to like heavy metal or rock or something like that, where you're just like slashing a whole bunch of zombies going hard. Yeah,
bro, it's like it reminds me of when we used to play Black Ops 3 Zombies, and you used to play the song, like do the Easter egg.
Oh yeah, the Easter eggs.
Yeah,
bro, such a vibe.
I remember that.
Such a vibe.
And every time you did that, I was like, hell yeah.
Especially, there was a song called Pareidolia, was one of them.
Was it?
Yeah.
That joint was fire.
Yeah. There was, what was the band name? Because it was always that one lead artist. It was the one girl. She would always.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I can't remember her name.
So the 115 song too?
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, it was such a good song. Yeah. That was good, dude. Such a good vibe. That like zombies exclusively. I feel like you can listen to rap, I guess.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's just like one of those things. I could listen to if I was playing by myself. Yeah. I could listen to rock music or heavy metal playing zombie, any type of zombie game.
Yeah, going hard.
Dying Light 2, Dead Island 2,
The Last of Us.
No, because that game is more of like it's
story driven.
Yeah, it's story driven. Yeah. Now what about I already know the genre for this one, but if you were playing a racing game, what genre are you listening to?
A racing game.
Yeah.
A racing game.
Yeah. What are you raising?
Raising, I know. EDM.
Yeah.
I feel like EDM would be and it takes you back to the Rocket League. I don't know if you played Rocket League, but Rocket League, as soon as you start it up, bro, it's EDM based. It's based around EDM.
Like if you look at Gran Turismo, which I think out of doing the podcast for an entire year, a little over a year now, not once have we talked about, and I don't think we talked about much racing games, many racing games, but Gran Turismo, not my favorite racing game of all time, but I feel like you jump into that, it's EDM.
Yeah.
EDM or like some type of dubstep or like house party.
But you go to Need for Speed.
Yeah.
You know, it's a mixture.
Yeah. Forza.
I haven't played that much, but is there a mixture on that?
Yeah,
it's probably like Need for Speed.
Yeah, it's just you're driving, you're going fast, bro. It's just like it's just the whole vibe. I mean, Skrillex, baby. No, like, Skrillex was something that you listen to, like at least for us, like at least for me. Like I listened to Skrillex in middle school, not. But it's good to pop them up. You know, that's a genre I haven't really listened to too much in a while. Dubstep, EDM, electronic. Like I haven't really listened to. Like I go in waves with that. Yeah. Like it takes me a little bit to get back into it because I have to force myself.
You know Illenium?
Who?
Illenium?
I don't think so.
You should listen to them.
Illenium?
Illenium. Yeah.
Illenium?
Maybe I'm saying it wrong, but I'm pretty sure. I'll send you a link to a song so you can peep it out.
All right, bet. You should send it to me now so that way you don't forget. If you can pull up really fast, I'll send it to me now.
I can't send it to you. My phone's right there. I can't.
Well, you have your laptop. Why don't you just jump on your laptop and send it real time?
Let me see.
Do it in real time.
I can do it in real time. But you know, we can't sit here and not talk about probably the game that mostly is geared around listening to music while gaming, and that is Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Oh yeah, that's true. Wait, sorry.
Yep.
Do you remember the one rollerblading game? It was like Tony Hawk, but it was like rollerblading instead. Bro, that game was.
It just sounds like ass.
It was fucking phenomenal. It was so good.
Was it good? That sounds like rollerblading.
Yes, I now have to look it up because I really want to know what it is. Mid 2000s, rollerblading game. Now, man, I'm gonna have to look for it, and then I'm gonna have to pop it up on the screen.
Ooh, also Goat Simulator.
You would listen to music for that?
Yeah, 100%. Bro, that's a good game. That game is pretty fun. Stop judging.
I mean,
Stop judging.
By the way, I'm not thinking of Jet Set Radio. That is a game I have heard of, but that's not the game I'm thinking of. It was like a Tony Hawk Pro Skater version, but with rollerblading.
You had that game for what?
For what did I have? I think it might have been for PS2 or PS1. Let me see. Well, if I can find it, I think it might be called. We're spending too much time on this.
I know.
Oh, Aggressive Inline, I think it is. If it is, I'll make sure I pop it up on the screen right here, and then you guys can see what I'm talking about. But that game was, it's a repressed memory, man, because that game was really, really good. It was low-key slept on, because Tony Hawk Pro Skater was the game that was mainly everyone's focal point, and this game was kind of under the radar, but that game was super fun. I remember a lot of rock music in that too, and that's kind of like how I found my love for rock music in that game too. Aggressive Inline.
Look at it. Yeah, I don't know nothing about this,
bro. You got me going now. Got me wet.
I know it looks cool though,
bro. Another video, 2 videos at the same time. Same video, 2 videos at the same time. Okay, now moving on. You were talking about Tony Hawk.
So yeah, you cannot talk about music and video games without this game being mentioned. No,
yeah, you can,
because like I feel like a lot of people's like music options and opinions derive from that game. Yeah, including myself. Yeah. Like I feel like I would not be into punk rock if it wasn't because of Tony Hawk Pro Skater. And it's crazy because I don't want to base my music taste around video games, but at the same time, you play so much games that obviously you're gonna like some of the music there. Yeah, because it might be just because the music is good or it reminds you of the game, but it's just gonna stick with you. Yeah, but eventually you're gonna want to explore more. If you like it, maybe you like more of that genre, and that's what it makes. It makes you get out and explore more. Yeah, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify.
Yeah. I feel like nowadays it's way easier to find music to listen to while you're playing a game, because like all you really need to do is type in Spotify or Apple Music gaming. Really, that's all you need to do, and you'll have whole playlists that people have literally dedicated for playing games. Yeah, and you have genres.
They're good.
Yeah. You have like a mixture of things. You have genres for FPS. You have genres for solo adventure. You have genres for indies. You have like indie games for sandbox, open world. You even have just general gaming. You have you have songs from the early 2000s that you can listen to if you're feeling that vibe. Yeah. And like I feel like music is just one of those things that's so versatile that you can just kind of listen to it whenever doing whatever. Oh yeah. And there's 100%. There's so many different hobbies that you can do while you're listening to music.
I mean, pretty much every hobby. No.
Every hobby? Every hobby?
Maybe not. I don't want to.
If you were watching TV, would you listen to music?
No.
Exactly. But if you were cooking,
yeah.
But what genre are you listening to? There's
no way. Yes. You cannot do this.
Yes,
you can listen to everything.
Yes, you can. But there's 2 peak genres that you listen to when you're cooking.
Bro, this is entirely subjective.
It is just subjective, but it's fun to be opinionated like that.
I wanna hear it.
You tell me if you're cooking and you're having like a night with a wife, and obviously your kids are there, but I don't know how much you do this.
Best music to cook is salsa.
There you go. Or a nice little bit of jazz.
I mean, you got me there. That's on you. That's all you.
So look, I've never been much of a jazz guy. Okay. Yeah. I don't think there's many games that I would play. I know we're talking about like other hobbies, but there's not many games that I would just like, you know what? I'm going to listen to some jazz.
I'm trying to think.
Like a what?
I bet you there's some people that do.
I'm sure there are. There's no judge, but I'm speaking for myself.
Okay.
Jazz is not a genre that I'd be listening to while I'm playing games. However, my significant other, she loves to cook.
Yeah.
And there's two genres besides salsa that she'll throw on. It's either jazz or like some Frank Sinatra, which I feel like it hits. It hits. Like those three genres. What would you classify Frank Sinatra? Like what would you classify his genre?
I just know he's classic.
That is true. Like those genres and whatever Frank Sinatra's is, whatever you classify that as, those are the genres that you would be listening to while playing games, while cooking. Now, again, subjective. It's for whatever you want to listen to. But I don't know. I just feel like if heavy metal cooking.
I see it. I mean, some people probably do, but like, I don't know. I feel like cooking is more of like a, chill. You want to take your time, but you never know.
Would you consider studying a hobby? I feel like it's not, but I'd be surprised.
Well, yeah, because you might be studying willingly, like that, to learn. Maybe that.
I mean, I guess.
Would that be like learning? Just like.
I mean, learning is just. I mean, I guess, but you know what?
Because sometimes I'll be watching YouTube videos about information.
Yeah.
Just like. I don't think that's considered studying. What do you consider studying? When you say studying, what do you mean?
Did you leave?
Huh?
Did you leave?
No.
You're not here.
Reconnecting. Please bear with us a moment as the app reconnects to our servers.
We'll be back after these messages. Sorry, guys. We had some technical difficulties. Riverside was not being super kind to Pedro's laptop.
It's not.
No,
they don't like me right now.
Hopefully, wherever it stopped, like we didn't stop too far in the conversation. We'll figure it out. Post editing. If we lost some stuff, apologize. So, sorry.
Some good stuff.
Yeah, it was really good stuff. You missed out. Wish you could have been here, but you can't. But we were talking about, at least from what we remember, don't know where this video left off at, but we were talking about other hobbies that music vibes with. Right?
Yeah, I think we left off in cooking.
We left off at cooking. Yeah. And then I was going to say to you, I don't remember what we were talking about, but I was going to say, you know what other hobby doesn't work with music?
What?
Reading books.
I wonder if there are people that actually,
yeah,
there's always some like few people that actually do it.
That's true.
And I wonder what's the reasoning behind it. It has to be an instrumental.
Yeah,
if it does happen,
I think that would be a very difficult hobby to read, at least for me, because I don't think I could comprehend the book that I'm reading
while trying to
listen to something.
Could it be the ADHD?
Yeah, that might be.
I think everybody will have ADHD if it'll go by that.
Yeah,
by reading and listening to music at the same time. I feel like a lot of people would be like, no.
I would say if you were listening to music while reading, I would assume it would have to be like songs that don't have any lyrics.
Yeah, instrumentals.
Oh, like it had to be like classical music, like jazz.
Yeah,
Yeah, like, exactly like that.
That's my favorite.
I honestly had that on repeat like nonstop. yeah. What are some other hobbies that you can think of that at least would require, like you could listen to music while doing it?
You said wood? Yeah, I said woodworking.
Woodworking, yeah. Any like wood shop, working on like your car, like car stuff, like listening
and
to
even cleaning like a car wash or something.
Oh yeah. Would you consider cleaning a hobby? Like you're cleaning your apartment or your house? Would you?
I would say so, and probably not the actual cleaning itself, but like just like interior design. You can't like if you are into interior designing, you don't consider cleaning like cleaning. It's just like you're keeping up with your design in a way.
Well, interior design is not cleaning. Interior design isn't cleaning.
No, but I'm saying if you're into interior design and you have your own home, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like you see cleaning a whole different way. It's much
probably
more of like you're curating to your house. You know, it's like
it's like you know when you open up your PS5, you take the plates off and you clean inside of it.
Yeah,
maybe it's kind of like that. Like it's cleaning, but like you do it because you find enjoyment of making sure that your PS5 is clean.
Exactly.
So maybe it's along the lines like that. You know, one hobby that I tried listening to music with for the first time, snowboarding.
How was that?
It was interesting. You know, like I couldn't really like pay attention too much to the music, but when I got on the ski lift, that's when I was able to like really sit there and vibe and listen to music. Now I see a lot of people do it. They'll bring speakers and they'll have in their backpack and they'll play music, or they'll have like corded headphones and listen to music that way. I threw headpods in. AirPods, yes. You put the AirPods in your hair and you can feel the vibration of like the instrumentals, the vocals, all of it.
I'm pretty sure next month Apple will come out. The
AirPods. It's next level. Your hair dryer turned into
some bullshit like that. Oh my God. I bet you people will rush.
Oh, 100%.
And they will fly.
They're like, oh my God, next level. Next level.
I can see it.
But my AirPods, I'll be sitting on the ski lift going up, and then that's when you can actually like really sit there and listen to the music and really vibe to it.
What did you listen to?
I think I was just listening to
some J. Cole.
No. I was listening to my liked playlist. So on I'm assuming this is the same thing on Apple Music, but okay.
No.
Well,
I think maybe
I'm assuming it's something similar, but like you can add a song to a playlist or you can like it.
Yeah. Every
time you like it, it just goes into a playlist with all your liked songs. So I just figured I would listen to that because it had the most mixture of music, and I feel like I could have picked rap or I could have picked indie, but I didn't feel like really just listening to one genre. So I wanted to listen to like a mixture of stuff.
Okay.
So but then there are some songs that come on that are like, this isn't the vibe. Like, you ever listen to music at the gym, which is another hobby that it's notorious for listening to music. There's certain songs, at least for me, that I would never listen to at the gym.
Yeah, it's just not. You're not vibing with it.
Like contemporary.
Because I'm happy, clap along with you. Hell no. Like, some people would, but not me.
Headbang. I feel like EDM, rap, rock, heavy metal, like staples, easy staples.
Country.
Like I said, rap, indie, heavy metal, rock,
country.
What?
Country.
I mean, not me, but the one Post Malone song, I would listen to that.
No, bro, you can't.
I had some help. I myself.
I say country. The first thing you say, Post Malone.
Bro, he's country now.
Yeah.
You gonna fight him on that?
Nah, bro. But yeah, I mean.
All right. Well.
Yeah. Talking about country.
Yeah.
I just had a friend go over to Nashville over the holidays.
Tennessee?
Yeah.
You're the only 10 I see. Just for you.
But I did not know that there's a strip there.
Club?
Nah, like a full of bars.
Okay.
But every bar is owned by a different country singer.
Really?
Like Jason Aldean has one, Luke Bryan has one. It's like Kid Rock has one. And it's like, bro, it's insane.
I don't know who any of those people are.
Bro,
I'm not lying.
They're good though.
Maybe you have to try to put me on because I just haven't found any country.
You know, Luke Combs. Luke Combs is a good one too.
Luke Combs, like he combs his hair.
Bro, damn.
Normally when I say who, like I'm genuinely joking, but in this case scenario, I don't know any of those names. It's because I'm not in that space of genres.
It's good.
Or genre.
It's good. Give it a try.
Okay. Well, you send me some stuff, and then I'll give him.
Okay. All right.
A nice little listen. I did that for the thumbnail, so when I cut myself out, I have my hands on my headphones. Hey. There you go.
Okay.
So you gotta do something nice. You gotta do something nice.
How about I don't know. I'll think about it. You see,
You know what?
I'm not like you, dude. You're like the improv dude.
That's ADHD.
You see, but whenever I think of doing something on the spot, it doesn't happen.
Okay, well then don't do it. Don't do it on the spot. Just do it when you feel it.
It doesn't happen.
Just do it when you feel it.
Oh, the news.
Gaming news.
What's
Gaming news.
up?
It's sound effect right there. So we got some.
Go ahead, Roddy.
We got some gaming news that we wanted to share with you, lovely folks, and that was cringe. But some of the main,
cringe.
yeah, 100%. One of the biggest things in news as of today. So this will, for us, it's happening on the 9th of January. But for you guys, you'll hear it on what's Monday? That'll be like the 13th.
Something like that.
Yeah, the 13th. You guys will hear this on the 13th, and video wise will be 2 days later after that. But unfortunately, if anybody was waiting for this specific game, it has been delayed not once, not twice, but I think three times. I think you may even dare I say 4 times.
No, I think it's second time.
No, it's been delayed at least. It definitely has at least been delayed twice.
Bruh,
before this one.
That's insane.
Assassin's Creed Shadows is delayed yet again. Reading this on IGN's articles, okay, and but it's only delayed by 1 month, by another month, as what the title says.
March.
Yes, marching on. So March is when it. So I was gonna say,
good play on words.
Yeah. So when I first read the headline, I thought they were gonna be saying that they were gonna be delaying it for like several months, or if not a year. That I feel like fans would have been pissed if it was a year.
Yeah, I wonder why. I mean, it has to, you know. Looking at Assassin's Creed record, you know.
Yeah,
they've been doing really good, in my opinion.
Depends how you see it, but
it's
perspective, baby.
Yeah, true perspective. But like, I feel like, you know, with Valhalla and Mirage, I think those are the 2 last Assassin's Creed that dropped. They're in a position where they could either go up or tip over. Yeah. So I think they're really trying to, you know, look at their choices and also look at what the consumer is saying and taking it to heart. And because this could either make or break it.
Oh, this game is going to make or break Ubisoft. Remember I had said to you that Ubisoft, it would be crazy if somebody bought Ubisoft with the state that they're in.
10%.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did say that. But they haven't, at least from what I haven't kept up with it, but they were looking into it. They weren't set on it yet. But this is what Ubisoft said. Okay. Again, you can find this on the IGN article. I'll pop it up here so you guys can read it. This is from their video. So, yeah, you can read it here. Ubisoft is taking decisive steps to reshape the group in order to deliver best-in-class player experiences, enhanced explorational efficiency, and maximize value creation. Ubisoft announced today, January 10th, sorry. Yeah, we're on the 10th. That it has appointed leading advisors to review and pursue various transformational strategic and capitalistic options to extract the best value for stakeholders. Not for gamers, no, for stakeholders. Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's more about money. So
it always has been.
Yeah. So this is just their quick little point. Why does I guess this was updated on January 9th. So that's why. Ubisoft has delayed Assassin's Creed Shadows yet again, this time by another month. Assassin's Creed Shadows was due out February 14th, 2025, but will now launch on March 20th instead. This is the game's second delay. So you're right. After an initial release date of November 12th, 2024 was pushed back to this year. As part of the renewed focus on gameplay quality and engaging day one experiences, It has been decided to provide an additional month of development to Assassin's Creed Shadows, Ubisoft said. This additional time will allow the team to better incorporate the players' feedback gathered over the past 3 months and help create the best conditions for launch by continuing to engage closely with the increasingly positive Assassin's Creed community. The game is now scheduled for March 20th, which personally their statement or quote goes against what the first thing that I read for stakeholders. So, which again, the game has to do well to make money so that way they can continue making games. Obviously, like as gamers, consumers, we're not going to buy a game that's half-assed, especially from Ubisoft again.
Yeah.
Just saying.
And I don't know if Outlaws did that good. Star Wars Outlaws.
Apparently people were talking, like, I didn't think it was doing well, but then I heard people talking about how they liked it. And I'm like, that's weird. I thought the general consensus was that people didn't like it. That was my thing.
I have to check that out.
But the overall review, well, IGN gave it a 7. GameSpot.
Yeah, but they be giving everything a 7 for the most part.
That's true.
Crazy.
Yeah. GameSpot gave it a 6 out of 10. A company called Only Comic Universe gave it a 3.3 out of 5. The audience rating on Google was a 2.8. And this is for Star Wars Outlaws.
Yeah.
So you take that for what you will. It kind of goes back to our one episode we did like a year ago. Don't trust a game based off of a review that someone gives you. Play it. Maybe if you wait for it on sale, try it out.
Yeah,
see if you like that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
You okay?
Yeah, body aches. Ooh.
What were you doing?
Yeah, okay.
So, but yeah, don't trust a game solely based on the reviews. If you're interested in playing a game, try for yourself. Obviously, don't waste your money. See if you can do a demo. See if you can borrow from a friend.
Something.
Anything. I mean, even PlayStation Plus, Xbox Game Pass, they have trials or something like that you can do. One thing that I've been trying lately is like I think Sonic Frontiers came out on PlayStation Plus, and Forspoken came out on PlayStation Plus. Those are 2 games that I normally wouldn't have bought ever. Right. But now that they're on there, I want to try. Because
they're free.
Yeah, I don't have to. I mean, I'm technically paying for them, but also I'm not. So, anything you want to share?
Yeah, I do want to share something because I feel like I've been not invested, but really intrigued with this game. I want to be more invested in it. But Marvel Rivals, bro, Marvel Rivals.
It's a fun game.
It is a really fun game, and like it makes you question what's going to happen like after this. You know,
yeah.
Because I feel as a gaming community, the games that we've been getting is kind of like more of the same.
Yeah, true.
You know, but you know, Fortnite has for some reason it has stayed Fortnite. It's
stood the test of time.
Yeah, and which is good. You know, Fortnite do it right. They do it right. But now you have, you know, Marvel Rivals coming in. I'm not comparing it to Fortnite, but I'm comparing it in a way of like how successful it has been.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
And lately games are successful for maybe a couple months. You know, like this, you know, when the hype everybody's saying like this is gonna be the game for like good. This is gonna be the new, you know, the new Fortnite. What's gonna be the new Fortnite?
Yeah.
The one that's gonna, you know,
topple it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and after 3 months, it's not dead, but it's just not what you expected it. It's not what you expected. It didn't meet your standards, I guess. But
Helldivers 2 was kind of like that.
Yeah.
Like it was popping for a while, and then it died down once people finished all of it. And I like the new update came out, and I feel like I haven't really heard many people talk about it.
It's not. It has a following.
Oh yeah.
It has a following. 100%. It has its players, and it's you know still alive today.
Yeah.
But like, not Concord. Rivals reach 20 million players.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's talking about it. I mean, it's one of those games that I feel like people are going to consistently play because it's going to be consistently updated.
Yeah.
I think the issue with Helldivers is a good game, so I don't think it's a bad game, but I think it's basically a live service game. Mm-hmm. If you're not pumping out new content frequently, people are going to lose interest.
Yeah, they just want to grind.
Yeah,
people want to grind for stuff.
Yeah, and if there's nothing new to play, which is the whole point of live service, then you're not really gonna see that player base increase.
And talking about live service, you know, what we've been used to is what we've been getting for the last couple of years
from Fortnite, Apex.
Yeah, but now you know, Marvel Rivals comes into the picture. I know we've talked about Marvel Rivals before, but just trying to talk about it a little bit more.
Sure.
You get it. Marvel Rivals come, and you see all the work that is put behind it, like just the cutscenes alone, the animation alone, you know,
like how characters interact with other characters.
Yeah, and
like,
it's very, I would say polished.
Yeah.
You know, and now I know we've been talking about Marvel Rivals and what it is, but the new season 1 is coming.
Yeah.
And it's about to drop. I don't know exactly what to expect, but from what the looks of it, it's like it's gonna have a whole new timeline. There's gonna be a story behind it.
Yeah.
New costume to unlock. It's a whole battle pass.
They already dropped Mr. Fantastic or the Fantastic Four.
They haven't.
They haven't.
I
saw people playing as him.
No way.
I think so.
I played this morning. I didn't see that.
Really? Maybe it released. Like
maybe it was gameplay.
Yeah, maybe it was gameplay.
It was because I think tomorrow the season drops.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow, January 10th.
Yeah,
the season drops. So I'm very curious to see like how is this going to compare to other, you know, battle passes that we've been used to, because the launch of Marvel Rivals was so big. Mm-hmm. I wonder how season 1 is going to be. Like tomorrow, you know. What are you going to offer that other live service games are not offering?
Right. Hold that thought really quick. The game's first season will kick off January 10th.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
It's today.
Oh,
January 10th is today.
Yeah, it's today because it's midnight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so it's like
okay. Yeah. That's why I looked at my computer screen and I saw the 9th earlier, and then I was reading the article about Ubisoft, and I was like, wait. My computer says the 10th, but it didn't click to me that
it's midnight. Yeah. So, and I think it has a time when it's gonna drop. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's 7 UTC, which is what?
Yeah, I don't know. You're gonna have to figure that one out yourself. But
good luck.
But so I'm just excited to see what how is it gonna play out. You know, if there's gonna bring more players to play. I'm just excited overall. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yeah. I think Marvel Rivals is definitely a game that I'm gonna be hooked on for a while. Like I jump back and forth between that and Call of Duty Black Ops 6. But Marvel Rivals is like, the thing is like Call of Duty is fast paced, right? And some of the game modes take a little bit of time. But like if I'm jumping into a quick match, I could probably play like 2 or depending on the game mode, of course. I could probably jump in and play 2 to 3 matches, like in a span of like 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. Which, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, that I'm actually Marvel Rivals.
Okay.
Which now that I'm saying it out loud, and I'm you know very loose with that time span of like when you can jump in a match and how long a game is, but now that I'm thinking about it, Marvel Rivals is like it's like the TikTok of gaming. And let me explain. Or it's like the social media of gaming. If the matches are like fun and chaotic and abrupt, and then you finish and then you have the option to jump back in another game and you get quick matches, it's like scrolling through reels, right? Like you get quick hits, you watch a reel, you watch that one, you move to the next one, you keep going. Now, obviously, the time versus like watching a reel versus playing a match in Marvel Rivals is obviously it's different.
You're talking about like how easy it is to get into a match.
Exactly. Yeah. Because you just keep jumping back in. You finish game, jump back in.
Yeah.
You had fun. You're on a winning streak. Keep playing.
And the thing is, it does it so fast. Like as soon as you hit the button to play one more, like it does it in the next 5 seconds. You will get a match.
Yeah, they killed it with. Who would have thought? And Derek said this on the podcast episode, but who would have thought a shooter, if you want to call it that, a PvP shooter with Marvel heroes and villains would have done so well. I mean, it sounds like
the IP alone.
Yeah, it sounds like a no-brainer though.
Yeah,
it's like, why wasn't this game created like a few years ago?
Yeah.
But I digress.
Yeah, and Marvel, like, I don't know if you played Marvel Snap.
I did. I didn't stick around for that one too long, but I know Marvel Rivals is something that I'll stay with for a bit.
Yeah, Marvel Snap, I still play that on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's just a card game, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know, they have their games and they support. And if you have Marvel Snap, you can also link up your account to Marvel Rivals and you get some rewards too.
Wow.
Same thing with Fortnite. If you link up the Epic accounts to your Epic account to Marvel Rivals, you'll get Fortnite rewards.
I always forget my passwords for those though. You know how games will require you to sign in.
You know why though, right?
Oh, it's just for collecting your data.
No, because your passwords are crazy, dude. That's why you forget your passwords,
bro. NASA creates my passwords.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you guys should see the like how this guy creates his
XYZ colon exclamation point capital DGY.
Yeah, ain't nobody apostrophe.
Somebody's gonna hack me. I gotta make sure I have.
It's like you're asking for it, bro.
It's like this guy has some really long passwords. We're gonna hack him now.
He has that.
He's being a pain in the ass. Yeah. You know what else is a pain in the ass and goes along with accounts?
That this episode has to end.
No, the Last of Us Part 2 PC port will require a PSN account. I didn't even try that segue, and that just naturally flowed into it. I didn't even try that one.
Didn't they have that problem?
They had it with Helldivers, and they had it with Helldivers, and they backed down with that. They did it with another game, and then
Sea of Thieves, I think.
Yeah, but PlayStation doesn't own Sea of Thieves.
Huh?
PlayStation doesn't own Sea of Thieves. They are only doing it with their exclusives.
Okay.
Helldivers did it, and then another one of their exclusives did it recently. That just came out. I think it might have been Horizon for Forbidden West. I think it might have been that one, or. Which one? There's a PC game, but PlayStation game that just released on PC not too long ago. Anyway,
okay.
The point is that I think gamers are getting a little tired of having to sign into a PSN account, and Sony. But I will say this: I'm not defending Sony, but I will say that they did preface that most games going forward will require a PSN account.
Oh, they did.
So this isn't a surprise. At least to me, it's not. Is it kind of annoying? Yeah. But technically, isn't Microsoft doing the same thing?
Everybody's doing the same thing. Like Ubisoft, you have to create like a Ubisoft account. EA, you have to create an account. It's like it's nothing new.
Yeah. Who makes Fortnite again? I'm blanking. On it. Who makes Fortnite again? I'm blanking on the name.
Yeah, I'm like it's not Epic. Epic Games does not make it. I'm sure.
Yeah,
let me see.
They do.
Epic Games?
Yeah.
Do they?
Yes. Oh my God, are we gamers or what?
I know, bro. I don't play Fortnite all like that.
I'm pretty sure it's
I like
Epic
Fortnite.
Games.
I play Fortnite, but I don't play it all like that. Who makes Fortnite?
Epic Games. I was right.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Epic Games. Even they do it. Like, but that's also because they have their own like. They own Steam, right?
Who?
Epic Games, or no? They have a game launcher. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
So you have to sign into that. So yeah, a lot of gamers aren't very happy about signing in with your PSN account because like Sony's just trying to gain more user data, like email, stuff like that, which so that way they can market to you. I mean, that's essentially why Sony wants it. That's why Ubisoft wants it. That's why Microsoft wants it. That's why any company wants it. They want your email because basically what they're going to do is they're going to send you emails and alerts to sign up for to promote whatever the next thing that they're doing. That's pretty much all it is. Email is like gold. So if Sony's stuck on one console and they're now porting games to PC, what's another way to get more users?
Get their
emails from PC. And then it also looks like your PSN player count is way higher. So that was something I just thought about on the spot.
Also, it says this happened on February 7th, 2024. Epic Games received a $1.5 billion investment from the Walt Disney Company and will acquire a 9% stake of Epic Games. So like now it's not too rare to see how the cooperation with Marvel Rivals and Fortnite, worked out. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know. Maybe there's more on the way.
I'm telling you, there's probably going to be some like earth-shattering collab, like maybe Fortnite versus Marvel Rivals. Like it's a one day event, or it's a weekend event, and like both you can play as whatever characters, and they have it mixed in.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Or they just do like your typical game mode, like how like Avatar had its own thing where you just play as Marvel Rivals in Fortnite, like that type of thing.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what's up.
I can't say gaming is overtly interesting, but like just interesting things are happening right now for 2025. And that's one way to kick off the latest episode of the LeisureHub podcast. Mm-hmm. We have been your pod boys, back at it again, coming to you, trying to make sure we deliver you the best of the best. Sometimes, not really. I don't know. It's kind of just whatever we get. Ideas, they're there. But yeah, if there are any topics that you want us to cover, you let us know. And then also, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. YouTube, Instagram, Threads,
Spotify, Apple Music,
TikTok. We are on TikTok, which we've been blowing up a lot more on TikTok. So if you haven't followed us yet on TikTok, 100% do it. It's a shameless plug.
Help us out.
But hey, do what you got to do, right?
You have to. You have to do what you got to do.
Yeah. And we unfortunately have to end this podcast. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on another episode of the LeisureHub Podcast. We have been your fancy, dancy podcast boy hosts, Justin and
Pedro.
And we'll catch you guys on the next one.
See ya.
Thieves. Get it? Sea of thieves. Get it? Up top. Give it up top.
No.
Okay. All right.
Say fuck you now.
I had enough.